Hey guys, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is for you. It's a little bird walking across my deck. All right, today I feel very guided to go on another little exploration with you guys to kind of process something in real time. There are a lot of parts of me that would prefer not to do this because they want to kind of not disrupt an image that some of you might have of me. There are parts of me that like certain images that some of you hold of me. And whenever I come forward and decide to kind of process in real time and kind of bare my soul and my shadow and hey, here's what I do. There's this sense of identity dissolution. I notice when I do this kind of work, when I come forward and I just share very vulnerably, very openly, and just share the truth as it is in a very personal way, things start moving really fast, energetically speaking, in my life. Things just start falling away really quickly. All kinds of stuff comes up. When you post a video, we're ultra real and ultra honest. After you post that video, there's a big fire that starts. There's just a lot of light that is shined on different areas of yourself that previously were hidden, And so being in that fire, it can be really difficult. It's also incredible and exhilarating and nirvana and a blessing, and you feel just this incredible liberation. Your energy field expands. There's lots of great reasons to do it. The primary reason being it's my truth. It's my truth to just, here it is. This is just what this one wants to do. I don't know. And so, yeah, I want to do this exploration with you guys in real time. Yeah, so yesterday after I posted that video, I felt a lot of shame come up, right through here. And it was the shame of I'm bad. And there was this, I can't believe that I admitted what I did. It was just like this, this sense of I'm bad. They're not gonna like me anymore. I'm gonna be abandoned. That was kind of the gist of what was coming up yesterday. But I will say there was so much light that was there balancing that out. And I could feel how it's like this area in the world will just not tolerate shame in my body. The geography here, the energies here where I live since day one have been like, yeah, we're gonna burn this shame out. We're gonna dissolve these layers of shame that you're holding, and I've had to have this like really trusting relationship with this energy. It's like we know the way. This energy, it's just like this fiery warrior spirit energy that's just like, it's like Kali or something. Like we're gonna burn it down. Like we're gonna burn down all the falseness and everything. And there has been a bit of a purging too, in many ways, that's been reflected. Yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of shame in this moment, almost like wanting to drown me again. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going with this video or not. We'll see. It's just a lot of shame at once, And I have been, like today I was totally willing to not post, but it felt like, it just felt like, no, something here wants to share. It doesn't even matter if it goes well or not, or if it's a watchable video, or if I just sit here and mumble and kind of don't even get to the thing. More and more, it just feels like there's a soul here doing this. Like I'm just on the ride now. Like, I'm really just on a ride. And this, my soul and my heart took me to this energy that's present where I live here in Florida on the ocean. It's like such a soul match and a heart match for me here. Sometimes my physiology or my psyche, my ancestral DNA stuff will come up and be like, but I think that's the reason I'm here too. So yeah. So yesterday I was in a, and I'm still in it. Like, let's be real. Maybe less, maybe I have more space now because I've been sitting with it for a while. But yesterday I went into a real shame spiral, which can happen when you're, and I don't know if it was even about the posting. I think it was just about, I want to just try to be really precise here if I can. This is kind of a interesting thing to do. I keep wanting to end this video. Maybe I will. But there's so much, I'm feeling so much light is the thing. So this is real annihilation, you know? This is real identity. Bye-bye. Doing these kind of videos, it's like, bye-bye. I keep saying bye to who I thought I was. This morning I was in meditation and there was this part that kept coming up that's like, it really wanted to preserve who and what we are in the eyes of others, and maybe even myself. And it was like, we don't have to share today. And I was like, okay, yeah, we don't, whatever. And then 10 minutes later, the energy's like, get in front of that camera, boy. and it's like, it doesn't even care. It's just like, just process, just share. So there is something that's always, and it wants to preserve a certain identity because it's like, that identity keeps us safe. That's the identity that people like. You know, but you know, at the end of the day, it's 10 million times better to be free. I would rather be free and have an identity that people just don't like, but I'm free, than have an identity everyone likes, but I'm trying to do this little dance to preserve that identity. That is hell. Heaven is freedom. Heaven is freedom. That's true heaven. And, you know, because there will be, you know, people will, some days they'll like you, some days they won't, whatever. Praise and blame, they're all the same. That's what great teachers say. And we really got to, it's almost like we have to re-land there and re-land there. We have to like suffer an identity long enough sometimes to be able to let it go. And even an identity that people like, if you're trying to preserve it, because you know that this is what people like, at a certain point, you're going to start suffering that identity intensely. And then you'll have this willingness to say, I don't care if people like me or not. I just got to be me. I just got to be free. Eventually, we all get there. But I'm doing this thing now where it's just, they're just falling so fast that there's no, you know, there's not really much to grab onto anymore. This place is just like, no identities, just the truth, just light. So yeah, I was in this shame spiral. I was feeling really bad about myself. I was feeling bad, like maybe I had let that person down that I was in a dyad with. And I was just feeling, but at the same time, I knew I had no choice, and what happened, and I wasn't even really involved in it. It was just the light. It was just life doing what life wanted to do. But it did serve as this experience to bring up I'm bad, you know, to bring up the one within me that believes I'm bad or I'm wrong or I'm awful, you know, like I'm just a bad person. It brought that stuff up. That stuff is heavily conditioned over here. And so I actually like this video. It's kind of fun to just do this shit. Whatever. It's a living thing, you know? It's very alive. There's no production here. At least that I can tell. So it brought up those parts, and I could feel like how it was beautiful. Like I could see how life almost just did that. Of course, life is perfect. Life is fucking perfect. Life No mistakes. No mistakes. So many chills. Just like the intelligence is so beyond what we can conceive. I could feel how life could just basically, almost how life did that on purpose, just so I could be the bad guy, or like just so I could be the one who drops someone. Because it's so interesting. I recently got dropped, what I felt. So it's like, yeah, I had recently felt like I got dropped a little, but that's a whole nother story. I want to stay with this. It is like life wanted me to be the one who dropped someone else. There is something in that, like when we drop someone. Oh, I just want to stay with this. These videos can only be for certain people, I imagine, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so there's this perfect orchestration where life's like, we're gonna choreograph life today to be where you're the one who drops somebody. And there's this thing in my system, like, I'm never the one who drops anybody. You know what I mean? There's an identity there. Like, I'm never the one who drops somebody. Like, I'm always the one who, I hold everybody. I noticed that there's kind of an identity that developed in that place. And it's so interesting being the one who kind of drops somebody a bit, how it just opens the floodgates for all of this psychic stuff to come up. There's just, the shame. And like I said, these beliefs that are rooted in I'm bad, I'm wrong. And so I could see that in real time as well, as I was feeling bad. And like I said, we can feel remorse and concern for another and just like this heartfelt, damn, I'm sorry. And I had that so deep because I am an empath, right? And I'm like, fuck, I fucking don't like that I had to drop you. I'm so sorry. I had that in my heart. Like, God damn it. It's the last thing I want to do ever. Which sometimes life makes us do the last thing we'd ever want to do. To bring up, to see, chills, to see where we're still believing that we're bad or something, or just to bring up our own stuff, to really trigger shame. And I don't think shame's like ever helpful. I think like remorse and concern and like, hey, I'm sorry, and maybe I'll write that person a letter or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think those things are great because that's really caring. But like shame, like I said, that's that's just stuff that wants to be released. And so, yeah, sometimes God will put us as the one who drops somebody, put us in that role to clear stuff, and so yesterday I was embodying like, I'll just be bad. Why do I have this aversion to being the bad guy, to being whatever the title is, And I was even playing with that. I'll just be bad. I'll be the bad guy. I even watched a Western where there was a bad guy. And I was just like, you know what I mean? Just to kind of like let myself embody that energy. And like to just kind of start dissolving judgment around good and bad and needing to be a certain way to be loved and accepted. And I think a lot of this was showing me where I'm still looking to the other, looking to the outside to love and accept me. And it's like, can I love and accept myself even when I drop somebody? Even when I am not the good one, And that's so much about owning all parts of ourselves. Is sometimes we're not going to be the good guy or the good girl. Sometimes we're going to be the triggering one. We're going to be the annoying one. We're going to be the one that has hurt another. Not intentionally. Sometimes we're going to have to say the thing that might be painful for another to hear if we're going to really be sincere about embodying the truth in every moment. And this is a difficult thing for us, right? For us light workers, empaths, starseeds, this is hard. And so yesterday I was seeing the beauty of what had unfolded and how it was just emptying me out and transmuting so much shame, and how I was getting free, and hallelujah. But I was also just being with like I feel really bad. And I think it's okay to like have these feelings of remorse and concern. And that's part of this too, you know? Like, dang, that was hard, you know, that sucked. And it can be both things. Sometimes the truth is like, yeah, we gotta be the one who says something that might hurt someone, or you know, like, I'll say on accident, but like, or unintentionally, or, you know, sometimes we've got to do the difficult thing, right? And it's gonna be hard for others, but that doesn't negate, like, we can still feel like the heartbreak about it too. Sometimes the truth and living the truth is just heartbreaking. And there's like this quality, like, dang, sometimes we have to break someone's heart. And that can be hard. And I'm just having this living exploration that, you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in an I don't know zone right now. I just feel like this energy is like breaking me down slowly. Breaking down the false self, the image I had of myself when I came here. And things are just happening in a way to really deconstruct me. These videos. And I was gonna say, maybe there's value to just sometimes finishing the dyad. You know, that didn't seem like a choice for me at the time. And there's a part of me now that's like, maybe I could have done that, but in a way, it's almost like to do that just to avoid my own shame, you know? To avoid being the bad guy. And I'm seeing right now that and it's so good to say that out loud, because as I'm feeling when I say that out loud, I'm just saying like, well, that's not the truth. That wasn't the truth. Sometimes the truth is so inconvenient for our ego that is obsessed with being good. That is obsessed with being the one who is like never bad, or like, and I'm not even saying what I did was bad or wrong, but just like, you know, it's like our egos, the truth is just not for our egos. Our egos hate the truth sometimes, because the truth is going to continually dissolve who we think we are over and over again, as many times as it has to. And so just saying that out loud, maybe I should have just finished. It's like, I could feel the energy. Like, there was no finishing. Like, that wasn't an option. It's just like that ego layer, that it wants to keep itself intact or something. So it was wanting to do the old pattern where it, you know, it just didn't want to be a problem. So yeah, more ego stuff. Yeah, so when I was in a shame spiral, I literally, this video, I was gonna say this whole second part, but we're 18 minutes in. It's just gonna be a long one. We'll just go that route. Maybe it will be for some of you and not for others. That's perfect. But I feel lots of light. I could see it in my face compared to when I started. That's the thing, owning the truth is there's just light there. It just dissolves what's not real. Yeah, so I reached out when I was in a shame spiral. I reached out to somebody. I feel like I almost need more energy for this part, but we'll see if I can get through it. Yeah, I reached out to somebody that I have a really, really big sexual connection with. We have this really intense polarity to where our sexual chemistry is just very involuntary. It's not a choice, it just is. Yeah, this is death. This is what I wanted to explore in the first place. I just didn't think it would take me 20 minutes to get here. So the people you have a really strong polarity with, that's just innate, those will be the people that you most likely have intense sexual chemistry with, and it will feel just involuntary. It just is there. And so we have this really intense masculine and feminine polarity. Yeah, this is the good stuff. When I start breathing like that. And so it's like this tantalizing connection because that's enjoyable. For me, that polarity is fun. But where I am in my process with myself, it has not felt aligned, at least the best I can tell. It's either it hasn't felt aligned, or maybe when we talk, it brings up stuff that I don't want to face. So this is the thing about alignment. And I'm just having an exploration here. I love going into these videos like, I don't know. I'm just going to explore with my people, the people that are here that want to do this. And through doing this, through doing this from a place of genuine humility, and I don't know, and I'm open to receiving truth as I explore in real time. Truth can kind of present itself or not, but it's nice to do this from a place of I don't know. When we talk, I tend to feel, sometimes it doesn't feel, I don't know. I feel resistance to reaching out, but then I'm like, and I have to be honest, like yesterday I reached out when I was in a really difficult place, right? And I tend to reach out to this person when I'm feeling really bad about myself. Not just then, but maybe when I'm kind of in a darker place. This is where the image some of you have of me might start dissolving. It's scary to own your shadow in real time on YouTube, but it's also the best thing ever. So I have to be honest about that. Is like I tend to reach out to her when I'm not feeling great. And that's what I named after we talked yesterday, is basically I kind of told her I didn't feel great about reaching out. Because what I was trying to say, and I think I said it pretty clearly, but I could maybe even say it more clearly, because I'm just getting clear on it myself right now, is it seems like I might have been reaching out to her for validation, because I know what we have together, and that's validating, right? When someone's super attracted to you, sexually or whatever, in all ways, it's really validating. So when you're in a dark place, you might want to reach to that person for that validation, to feel okay. Because I was having trouble feeling okay within myself. Yeah, I'm getting to it. Yeah, we're getting to the truth. Yay. I was having trouble feeling okay within myself yesterday because so much was coming up. And I was dissolving so rapidly, and there was something in me that was like, I want to reach for her because I know that she likes me or something, I know that her attraction for me will make me feel like, the shameful parts of me will make me feel okay. And so after we talked, I felt kind of off, bad. I felt like, oh, why did I do that? And I felt resistance to even do it in the first place, but I was kind of, that part was that in desperation or something, like, I need to know I'm okay, And then after, I just kind of basically named that the best I could. And we've had a really conscious, we had a very, very honest container, if you can imagine, to where these things get named in real time a lot too. Like, where are we connecting from? What is this trauma? Yeah, I'm feeling some discomfort. in the body, but also like a peace. So yeah, I just want to try to be as honest as I can here, because there's always, when you're doing this, there can always be like an ego that will come in and try to hijack the video to try to protect itself, you know. I don't really care to be protected, honestly. I just want the truth at my core. So yeah, and there is this quality of she's fucking awesome, you know? And it's fun and it's enjoyable. But I'm in this process, in this thing where it just, I don't even know if it's about her or anything, but it's just like, I really doubt it is. There's this thing where it's like, it's just not in alignment for me to be participating in those kind of connections, and that makes me want to die. There it is, you know? It's just like, it's not in alignment for me right now. Right now, it's just about being in a place where I'm not in those type of connections, to where I can find my wholeness and completeness in aloneness without being in something that's sexual, that has sexual chemistry, as much as I might want to from certain places. It's just not the truth. And that person can be so great and so super, and I can think they're amazing, but right, it's more about me and what this soul, my soul, is wanting. And I am really wanting to find all the way home here. And when I'm not feeling all the way home and I reach for it outside of myself, that's when I create, we could call it karma, or that's when I create distortions in the field. And there's something here, I just don't want to do that anymore, you know? But there's also a compassion here, like, of course I'm gonna reach. Like, it's human, I'm in an animal body. It's so seldom I do anymore. And I can actually say that honestly, which is nice. And the reaching comes with so much more awareness and honesty, like in real time, you know? There's like very little anything left for deception or manipulation. The lag time, it's just like, boom, it's just seen and owned, you know? That's, I think, life on earth now. It's like, so many chills. Like, falsehood has no space to exist. Like, the space for falsehood to exist, so many fucking chills. And you're probably seeing it out in the media too, right? The space for falsehood to exist right now is like shrinking. So if something is false, it's just not going to be able to be acted on for long. And so that falsehood of like, kind of that connection and going to it for those reasons is just falling really fast. It's been falling, but I think it's just like really dying now. Whenever I can really own it in a YouTube video, that's always a sign. It tends to be, I don't even know if that's true, honestly, but there could be something there. I don't know. I think owning it is a sign that there's something here that's just ready to be free of it, you know? I don't want to hide anymore that place. I don't care to like uphold an image there. It's like, yeah, here's what it is. So yeah, there was this thing of like, okay, I reached to her when I was in shame. Yeah, and like, letting her off the hook, like just the honesty does that, you know, like, yeah. I wish I had the thing I wrote her so I could just read you it, but. Yeah. It's like just being in alignment with truth is the only thing that will do it for me. It doesn't matter how tantalizing X, Y, and Z is out there anymore, you know? It's like, just give me the fucking truth. That's kind of where I'm landing. And so, kind of wanted to own that yesterday. Yesterday was every day is so much these days for me. I feel like I'm moving so fast now. I'm just seeing if there's anything else here that wants to be owned or spoken. Yeah, I just have so much love for her, and I think, just feel like a deep letting go happening. Letting go. Letting go. Yeah, I have an appreciation for her too, I've gotten to own a lot of stuff in that connection. I've gotten to really see myself. Yeah, this is fun. I don't know what just happened. 31 minutes later. Yeah, I feel good. I feel like I owned everything like I wanted. I'll give it like a little bit longer just to be sure. There is something that also comes online like, oh, I want to make sure I own everything perfectly. It's like, even in doing this, there can be a layer of something trying to do something, But yeah. I think this is, I'm getting told this is good. All right. So much love to you guys. Like, there's a part of me, like, this would never feel complete. It will just sit here for an infinite time. Like, it's, it's like that perfectionist. But all right. Much love to y'all. Thanks for the donations. Really love meeting with you guys, holding space, connecting in whatever way you need or want to with me. Yeah, just thanks so much for being here, for your presence. Yeah, it's super valuable and it helps me a lot. Okay, namaste.